Good morning, city side. Aw, you did it with me. We're gonna stand together and sing You Say by Lauren Daigle. I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, 'cause I need to know. You say I am loved, but I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong, when I think I am weak. And you say I am held, when I am falling short, when I don't belong. Oh, you say I'm yours, and I believe what you say of me. The only thing that matters now is everything you think of me. In you I find my worth, in you I find my identity. Ooh, oh, so you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short, when I don't belong. You say I'm yours, and I believe what you say of me. I believe. Taking all I have and now I'm laying it at your feet. You have every failure, God. You have every victory. Ooh, oh, 'cause you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short, when I don't belong. Oh, you say I'm yours, and I believe what you say of me. I believe, yes, I believe what you say of me. I believe. Thank you. Our second song today is called Carry Out. Hand on my heart, It's an easy place to start till my world gets torn apart. When the walls come crashing in and I can't stop the suffering, oh how it breaks my heart. Yet I know you've held me from the start. When the fire is out of control and it feels like you got no place to call home. When the world gets turned up over inside and out, and these feelings of doubt. Oh, with you I know that I am allowed to carry them out, to carry them out. The question of why and the tears that I cry, oh how it fills my mind. All of these emotions feels just like an ocean that I am drowning in. But my soul, you have always known. When the fire is out of control and it feels like you got no place to call home. When the world gets turned up over inside and out, and these feelings of doubt. Oh, with you I know that I am allowed to carry them out, to carry them out. Yes, I am allowed to carry them out, to carry them out, to carry them out.
Thank you, music team. Always appreciate it. Helps me wake me up in the morning, especially today. For some reason, I don't know why. Hello, Cityside, and welcome to our Sunday service and celebration. I'm Don Mannery, one of your licensed spiritual practitioners. Pronouns are he, him. If you are joining us online, you have Donna Pitts with you today. She is hosting there, and she will be chatting with you today. So if anything comes up that you want to talk about or chat about, please feel free to hit her up online. We invite everyone to help serve more people and spread the word about Cityside. Please share the live stream link, check in on Facebook and Instagram, and share posts to let people know that you are here. For folks in the room, on the table near the entry right back there, we have these purple You Belong Here cards. Please take one or two and share them with people, let people know that you are here. For folks at Cityside, we embrace new thought and wisdom teachings and are affiliated with the Centers for Spiritual Living. We honor all paths and provide a supportive community where you can explore your own spiritual path. Please join me in reading our vision and mission statement. At Cityside, we envision a diverse and empowered community that is practicing unconditional love in action. Our mission is to create safe and inclusive spaces to explore and deepen our faith, grow in spiritual consciousness, and express our authentic nature. I feel like every Sunday we get better and better at inhibiting that within us more deeply. So today, Krista Brenberg, she's one of our licensed spiritual practitioners. She is holding vigil for us today. Vigil is a meditative state, creating a space for us to have a transformative experience. And today we have the dude, as I like to refer to him to, the dude as in Quincy Jones, not dude as the Big Lebowski. Just so I clarify that up for anybody who's wondering, because I love Quincy Jones. And I think his musical, he plays with music and instruments and everything. I feel like Reverend Darrell plays with the thoughts and the teaching and the practices of science and mind. So that's where my connection is with it. He is continuing our May theme, Divine Doubt, inspired by the book Falling Upward. In case you haven't seen it or would like to get one, I think we have a few that we have available today. A Spirituality for the Two Halves of Life by Richard Rowe. Reverend Darrell's talk is entitled Carry Our Doubt Together. So I'm very interested to hear his insights into this and exploring that. We are going to move into our time of greeting. And I don't know, it's just a beautiful day out. I love the weather. We can wear shorts and just feel comfortable. So share whatever you have going on for you today or coming up for this summer, anticipating the warm weather. And then we'll come back in a few minutes.
All right, with that dramatic ending to our music, I invite everyone to take their seats as we move on with our service. Good morning, I'm Reverend Judy. My pronouns are she, her. I have our reading this morning, and then we'll go into a brief meditation, and I'll bless our service with prayer. So we have a couple of quotes today for today's reading. The first is from a book by Paul Tillich, Dynamics of Faith. If doubt appears, it should not be considered a negation of faith, but as an element always present in the act of faith. Existential doubt and faith are poles of the same reality, the state of ultimate concern. The second quote is from an article in the Science of Mind magazine by Joseph Nelson called Doubt as Devotion. Doubt, then, is not the enemy of faith, but its most honest test. In scripture and among mystics and modern spiritual seekers, devotion is not measured by certainty, but by perseverance, by continuing to pray, serve, and seek, even when God feels absent. So now I invite you to turn within in the way that is most comfortable for you, closing your eyes or having a soft gaze, just bringing yourself into a place of silence, a place of peace, just knowing that we are all here in the presence of the One. So we'll have a couple minutes of silent meditation. So as we continue to rest in the stillness, in the quiet, in the understanding of God as each of us understands it to be, right here, right now, in this present moment, this beingness of allness, of goodness, of truth, of wholeness, of perfection, of joy, knowing that the love and the peace of God is with us always, always, everywhere, and every when. It lives within me, it lives within each of us. And so it is in this connection, in this oneness, in this truth, that I speak my word of blessing upon our service, knowing that it is in love and in peace and in wholeness and joy that it unfolds in perfect divine order and timing. And I know that we are all here on purpose to be one with another, one with this Holy Spirit, the whole Spirit of God living in us and through us. And so I bless each and every heart that has come together today and throughout the week to make this service possible. I bless all of the teams that so selflessly provide their service for us as a community. I bless our music team that so wonderfully shares their gifts with us and it lifts us up so. And I bless our tech team that keeps us connected in the room and online. And for those who watch in the future, I bless our welcome team, our cafe team, and all of the hearts and hands who have a role in service today, absolutely knowing that they are open and available to Spirit working through them. And I know this as well for Reverend Darrell, and I bless him in his talk today, knowing that he is open at the top and has made himself available to the wisdom of God flowing through him. And so I bless us as we receive the message today, knowing that we are open and available to it, and that it provides wisdom and clarity for us in our day and in our week ahead. I bless us as a community as we grow in faith and love and fellowship. I bless us all. I call it good. And together we say, and so it is.
Our feature song today is I Won't Give Up. When I look into your eyes, it's like watching the night sky or a beautiful sunrise. Well, there's so much they hold, and just like them old stars, I see that you've come so far to be right where you are. How old is your soul? Well, I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up. And when you're needing your space to do some navigating, I'll be here patiently waiting to see what you find. 'Cause even the stars, they burn. Some even fall to the earth. We've got a lot to learn. God knows we're worth it. No, I won't give up. I don't wanna be someone who walks away so easily. I'm here to stay and make the difference that I can make. Our difference, they do a lot to teach us how to use the tools and gifts we got. Yeah, we got a lot at stake. And in the end, you're still my friend. At least we did intend for us to work. We didn't break, we didn't burn. We had to learn how to bend without the world caving in. I had to learn what I've got and what I'm not, and who I am. I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up. I'm still looking up. Well, I won't give up on us. God knows I'm tough enough. We got a lot to learn, but God knows we're worth it. 'Cause I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up.
I like Jason Mraz. He has a way with words. Thank you, Paige, for singing that song today. Uh, she checked in with me and said, is there a song that you'd like to feature before the talk? And that one popped into my mind. And it seemed like a sweet sentiment if you think about the words, I won't give up on us. To me, it's almost like, what if Cityside was singing that to you? Right? And what if you sang that to Cityside, that we're not going to give up on one another? Sometimes we have to wander away and stumble around and figure out who we are, but we always come back. And to me, that's one of the beautiful things about community, especially an inclusive one like this, is that we're always here, arms open. If I have not had the pleasure of meeting you before, my name is Reverend Darrell Jones. My pronouns are he, him, and I am honored and humbled to offer some thoughts, to get creative like Quincy Jones, and to play a little bit, because one of the gifts that was given to me when I first started studying science of mind was this idea that there wasn't always a right answer. And I thought that there was. And I stumbled around for years and decades looking for the right answer and always came up short. But I realized that there was more value in the questions than there were in the answers. And to me, that's part of doubt. So as we approach and continue to focus on this month's theme of divine doubt, I am ready to play. So here we go. Hold on tight. If you didn't get to listen to Reverend Rainbow or Amy, you spoke last week, right? Yeah. Listen to those talks, because there's some threads through all of this that I'm going to circle back to. But it's really, really good stuff. The hero's journey is always such a profound thing to explore. But this week, we're going to talk about carrying our doubt together. What power and possibility lies in our collective doubts? Today, we turn to the collective inner experience, the doubts that we share as a part of our shared unconsciousness, and explore what transformations can come from carrying this together. Our reading comes from two things. Anyone know Paul Tillich? Liberation theology. Very, very heady dude, but awesome stuff. And if you didn't know, so the book of the month is Falling Upwards, which I have some quotes from that. But I was drawn to Science of Mind magazine. Some of you may or may not know that this thing is 100 years old. Not this particular one. But the magazine itself is 100 years old, and we're celebrating it in 2026. 2027 was the official beginning of the organization called Religious Science, or Science of Mind, Centers for Spiritual Living. And I get this every month, and it has amazing just daily affirmations and words. And then oftentimes the theme that we're speaking to here is also reflected in some writing in the magazine. And I was drawn to that. So that's where our quote comes from. Joseph Nelson is a practitioner who was invited to write an article. And so I lifted the reading from him today. And I'll read it again. If doubt appears, it should not be considered a negation of faith, but as an element always present in the act of faith. Existential doubt and faith are poles of the same reality, the state of ultimate concern. Dopeness coming from Paul Tillich. Joseph Nelson goes on to say, doubt then is not the enemy of faith, but a most honest test. In scripture and among mystics and modern spiritual seekers, devotion is not measured by certainty, but by perseverance, by continuing to pray, serve, and seek, even when God feels absent. Most days, I feel the absence of God. Anyone else? Yeah, just the 3-4 of us? Okay. I look outside myself and I want evidence of God to look a certain way. And oftentimes, especially if I turn on this thing, I'm shown otherwise. Today, we explore carrying our doubt together. Whether it's self-doubt, doubt of others, doubting our beliefs in something greater, whether we're holding the doubt by ourselves or we're holding it in community, there are some fundamental things in teachings around doubt that were visited in the past 2 weeks that I want to bring back again. And maybe you're hearing this for the first time today. I read this as if I was new. I brought that beginner's mind. So our reading starts off with, if doubt appears. I want to stop right there. I think we should edit that to when doubt appears. If implies that doubt may not happen. That's a bunch of bunk. It will happen. No matter what, doubt is going to happen. So when doubt appears, remember that doubt is not a negation of faith. Doubt is a part of faith and believing. It is a necessary element of faith, a necessary element of faith. It just so happens to sit on the other end of the spectrum of faith. If you think about there being a spectrum of faith, at one end there is clarity and certainty and knowing, and at the other end is ignorance or unawareness and unknowing. Every single day of our lives, we are sliding up and down this spectrum. We are clear in one moment, and then something happens in our lives, and we find ourselves with our hands on our hip going, really? Anyone ever had this moment? And so we put our hand on our hip, we say, really? And we begin the quest of integration. Taking some new awareness about ourselves, about our world, and trying to make sense of it. Doubt is not the absence of faith, trust and understanding. It is, if doubt is held correctly, it can be an amazing tool. A tool of growth, a tool of transformation, a tool of maturity. The problem is, many of us never want to hold doubt. We've made up a story that doubt somehow is a failure in our faith. We isolate ourselves or we isolate others when doubt appears. And we treat doubt like it's some stain that must be bleached out and not seen. Doubt is a part of the framework of living. Doubt is a part of the tapestry. It isn't all that there is, but it is a part of the beauty in the larger piece of artwork known as life. Embracing doubt rather than fighting it transforms uncertainty from a paralyzing weakness into an opportunity for growth, resilience, and deeper understanding. Instead of viewing doubt as a failure, what if we accepted it as a natural part of life and as a sign that we are pushing beyond our comfort zones, allowing us to move forward despite not knowing the outcome? So I do have a quote to the next quote here from Richard Rohr's book, Falling Upward. He says, "Creative doubt keeps me with a perpetual beginner's mind, which is a wonderful way to keep growing, keep humble, and keep living in happy wonder." Knowing everything and knowing it all is not what we're here to do together. We are here to hold one another as we grow and become, to honor the individual and the collective beginner's mind. Doubt reminds us that we don't have to know everything, and it humbly invites us to realize we can't know it all. And thank goodness that we can't, as to me, that's part of the adventure of life, discovery. My wife, Carrie, turned me on to a new Instagram account, Cody Sanchez, an entrepreneur. Anyway, this is going to punch you in the gut. Every time I start to worry, I remember that worrying is practicing atheism. Oh, dang. Every time I start to worry, I remember that we're practicing atheism. And I like that she uses the word practicing. We're always practicing something, right? That's one of the things about Science of Mind that humbles me. It's like, if I'm having an experience that feels out of whack, somehow I'm practicing that out of whackness in here, and I need to check it. And I think during this month of Mental Health Awareness Month, to be able to distinguish the difference between doubt and worry would be liberating. Worry is an emotional state of anxiety and unease about future what-if scenarios, while doubt is mental uncertainty or lack of conviction in truth or a reliability of something. Worry is not on the spectrum of faith in my book. Worrying usually takes us off the spectrum completely. Doubt still implies possibility, and it challenges us towards clarity. Worry turns off the engine of discovery and then stops us dead in our tracks of moving towards anything. Richard Rohr goes on to say, "No one is in heaven unless they want to be." Dang, okay. No one is in heaven unless they want to be, and all are in heaven as soon as they live in union. Everyone is in heaven when there is plenty of room for communion and no need for exclusion. Doubt dwells everywhere, including heaven. If we attempt to exclude doubt or anything for that matter, hell is at hand. It is painful to be excluded. Has anyone ever experienced that? It is hellacious. And today, we all practice exclusion on some level because it oftentimes feels safe. It's familiar. It's comfortable. We exclude the thing that we don't understand. But exclusion is exclusion is exclusion. It is painful and hellish, not heavenish. Is that a new word? Do you like that? Heavenish? I was like, that's kind of heavenish. I'm going to bring that in. When we are practicing acceptance and communion with what is, when we are practicing acceptance and communion, when we welcome what is, even if we don't like it, including doubt, heaven is at hand. Try that one on this week. Richard Rohr goes on to say, in our next slide here, that seems to be the great difference between transformed and non-transformed people. Great people come to serve, not to be served. We are here in community to serve, but we're also here in community to discover and grow and to be of service of doubt. I think that doubt in community is one of the greatest gifts that we can have, but oftentimes we make it wrong. If someone says, I don't understand that, or if someone says, I don't like that, or it doesn't make sense to me, all of a sudden we put up our dukes and we start defending. But if we are here to serve one another, when we come together in any setting, whether it be social, whether it be professional, spiritual, or otherwise, and we show up for the good of the group, if we show up to be in service of this greater good, then everything in the group can be used for the good's greatest being and goodness, including doubt. So we go back to our reading. When doubt appears, it should not be considered a negation of faith, but as an element always present in the act of faith. Doubt then is not the enemy of faith, but its most honest test. We're not punishing one another, we're testing one another in community. We are here to push the envelope of our understanding of the divine as our individual experience and our collective experience. What if we made this a devotion? So Joseph Nelson goes on in the article in Science of Mind magazine. When we choose devotion over withdrawal, so think about that. Oftentimes doubt reveals itself when we isolate or we withdraw. When we choose devotion over withdrawal, we discover that faith is not a fixed feeling, but a living practice. One that grows stronger each time we turn to it, even in the dark. And to me, you know, I love my meditation and mindfulness practices. This is synonymous with the philosophies and the teachings of mindfulness. that we aren't trying to meditate to get to some perfect destination where we're perpetually in this peaceful presence and everything is just okay, although we can land there sometimes. We practice returning. We come back to the present moment to simply build the muscle to return. We practice returning to the present moment and remember that the stories of yesterday and the stories of tomorrow can only be vetted today. We can only check them in the present moment. Doubt to me is like the past. Certainty is like the future. They are stories, but they're on the spectrum. But right here, right now, is what is. This is what we know, and rarely what we know in the present moment is 100% certainty. It's just kind of the way it is. But using doubt as a devotional practice of return, we realize that we've drifted away and we come back to faith. But again, most of the time in community, we use doubt as a weapon of condemnation. When doubt is present, we condemn and we shame ourselves and one another. What's in your consciousness? What are you thinking? How could I think that? When actually, if we can hold that doubt together and use it as a tool, imagine what we could do together. Does anyone know Anne Lamott? I love her writing and her mind. She has a little Quincy Jones in her too. She gets all creative with thoughts. And she said, the opposite of faith is not doubt, but certainty. Certainty is missing the point entirely. Faith includes noticing the mess, the emptiness, and discomfort and letting it be there until some light returns. Collective doubt can be a sacred disruption. It interrupts the illusion that certainty is the highest form of wisdom and reminds us that growth often begins with honest questioning. When doubt is carried alone, it can be isolating, it can be shameful or destabilizing. But when doubt is shared in community, it becomes a doorway rather than a dead end. The power in collective doubt is that it softens performance. People stop pretending that they have all the right answers and begin telling the truth. Communities rooted in shared inquiry become more compassionate, creative, and alive because they are not spending energy defending rigid positions. Instead, they are listening, discerning, and experimenting and evolving together. I think right now on our planet, definitely in our country, we are being called to be anchored in this idea of doubting. Not just doubting someone else's belief, but just doubting where we have been moving. Doubting some of the systems that have been holding things in place. Not saying we have to throw everything out, but we just need to stop in the present moment and check and vet the story of how we're living. Okay, I've got a couple of bullet points here. When we examine doubt together, there's several transformations that become possible. The first is certainty gives way to curiosity. Has anyone heard this phrase, don't get furious, get curious? In some of the training work that I've been doing in the education space lately, this has been an invitation. We move from needing to be right to wanting to understand one another. So we don't get upset when we hear something we don't want to hear. We get curious and say, tell me more about that, as opposed to defending and being defensive. When we examine doubt together, isolation becomes belonging. I hope someone needed to hear, oh, hi everybody online, by the way. I hope someone needed to hear the fact that I wake up every day and I doubt. Just because I have Reverend in front of my name doesn't mean that I all of a sudden know everything. I don't know everything. I don't. And I'm grateful that I don't. And as we share this with one another, then we don't isolate one another. We go, oh, you don't know what's going on too? Well, let's walk through that together. It's a little bit easier to go through that mud. When we examine doubt together, inherited beliefs can be re-examined. I think this is huge. Collective doubt creates spaces where we can question systems, we can question traditions and assumptions, and we can move towards healing and wholeness and justice if we need to. When we examine doubt together, humility deepens. Doubt can dismantle some of our ego. It requires us to be humble. When we examine doubt together, faith becomes more mature. And this is the thing I really hope that you understand. This to me is the whole being on that spectrum of faith, as all we're trying to do is mature our faith. There's no destination of perfect faith. We are maturing all the time. Just as we grow from one age to the next, from one phase of our life to the next, we're in a maturation process, and our faith is the same. And when we examine doubt together, new imagination emerges. Communities willing to sit in uncertainty and unknowing often become more innovative. Who wants to be more innovative? I do. Do you? Can we do that together? I think there's something powerful and special about agreeing to do that. I sit on the board for the Centers for Spiritual Living, and before we started talking any business, we spent a day and a half talking about how we were going to show up together, with this idea that not if doubt appears, when doubt appears, how do we agree to interact with one another? Do we shame? No. We said, actually, I brought the phrase, I'm like, we're here to get naked. People were like, what? I was like, come on. Not literally. But we're here to not hide. We're not here to put up masks. We're here in spiritual community to be seen. We're here to see one another as we are. All of the foibles, all of the pus and everything that's growing out, I don't know, out of, but we're here to be with one another as we are. And if we agree to make that okay and normalize that as opposed to some sense of perfection, then I think it allows us to work together that much better. Doubt can actually refine our faith if we let it. It burns away simplistic answers and invites a more embodied, compassionate, and expansive relationship with truth. Collective doubt asks, what if we do not need to arrive at certainty to remain connected to one another? What if we do not need to arrive at certainty to remain connected to one another? I'm reading a book called Calling In right now. We talk about calling people out. I think we need to do more calling in. And one of the big principles that I'm walking around with is in this question: what if we did not need to arrive at certainty to remain connected to one another? In the world of inclusion work, of diversity, equity, inclusion, justice, and belonging, have you ever heard the word allyship? I realized one of the faulty math that was in my head, that an ally needs to be 100% in alignment with everything that I believe. That's not going to happen. But oftentimes we try to come together, whether it's allyship, whether it's in community, whether it's, my wife and I, we never agree on everything 100%. And if I expected that of our relationship, then it wouldn't be a very functional relationship. What if we did not need to arrive at certainty to remain connected to one another? Oftentimes when I'm coaching people and they're having relationship troubles, they're having troubles at work, I often ask the question, do you want to be connected or do you want to be right? Perhaps one of the greatest possibilities hidden inside collective doubt is this: we learn to trust each other while we're still unsure. That's it. We learn to trust each other while we are still unsure of everything. That kind of trust transforms relationships, communities, organizations, cultures, and yes, even nations. In carrying our doubt together, we may learn how to trust one another while we are still unsure of our future. But trust that there is a future emerging that we all contribute to starting today. And so it is. All right, my friends, bring your hands up to your heart. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to honor somewhere in your life you're experiencing doubt. Whether it's doubt in yourself and your capabilities and your beliefs, maybe a relationship that you're in, maybe you're doubting your body, it's not functioning the way that you want it to. Let's not make any of that wrong and just honor that this is a devotional practice, this doubt that is here. Take a deep breath in, and we use this doubt to bring ourselves back to a greater space of conviction, a willingness to remember that even in our doubt, even in that which we don't understand, even the stuff that we don't like, there is a presence in this moment, right here, right now, today. You can call this presence source, you can call it love, you can call it light, you can call it divine, you can call it God, you can call it energy, you can call it flow, call it whatever you want, but recognize it now. There is something right here in this present moment, in the midst of that doubt, that is, it's like pushing up through you for you to emerge more, expand, become. And we do this not alone, but we do it together. Where two or more are gathered, the emergence is greater. So let us emerge well together this week. May we walk hand in hand, holding our doubt as a tool as opposed to a weapon. May it be something that transforms us into remembering that we are expanding, that we are emerging, that we are living expressions of the universal presence, no matter what. And so everything is in service of that. May we be of service to this emerging edge of life as our life, in the midst of what we know and that which is uncertain. And what I know is as we remember this truth in the present moment over and over again, that we are okay and we are on our way, then all is well. So may we be well this week, trusting the divine, ourselves, and one another. And so it is. Amen. Peace out.
Thank you, Reverend Darrell. We're going to stand together and sing Heal by Tom Odell. Take my mind and take my pain, like an empty bottle takes the rain, and heal, 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 heal. And take my past and take my sins, like an empty sail takes the wind, and heal, 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 and tell me things last. Tell me some things last.
Good morning, Cityside. How's everyone? My name is Jonathan Hoffman, and thank you to the music team, and thank you to Reverend Darrell for a wonderful talk. I love the embracing of humanity, and doubt is a part of that, so appreciate the message. But again, my name is Jonathan, and I am on the board here at Cityside. And so I'm here today with just a quick message, just to give you a real heart-to-heart update on our financial health. And the headline is, we are a thriving and growing community, and we just want our financial health to reflect the energy of that growth. So first, with the good news, we have we have a very generous member that gave a large gift. So we now enjoy a very nice and healthy reserve, which is wonderful. Great, thank you. Very grateful for that. But this money has really been earmarked for the growth of the community and our vision for 2035. And that vision came from the community during our last annual meeting in the fall. So this money is really set aside for long-term growth and just the future of the center. So with that, to protect the future, we just want to be really transparent with what's going on in the present. And so far in 2026, we've just noticed a pattern where our monthly expenses, our operating expenses, are outpacing our monthly collections. And it's not outrageous, the sky isn't falling, we're still a healthy, happy community. But just in the spirit of transparency, just wanted to let people know that this is a pattern that has presented itself. And so the board and our spiritual director, Amy, and I do want to say I feel Amy is just an exceptional leader for this community, and is very good with working the business sense and the finances. And so we've done the spring cleaning to clean out any unnecessary expensive, so that we feel that we're being excellent stewards of the community's gifts. So, and our goal is really just to keep all of the operations fully funded by what we receive. And this is a 100% community supported organization. So it's, we're doing this together. So we love the services and the programs that we currently bring, and we don't want to see them scaled back. So really the invitation today is just to, for anyone that can, to just lean in a little bit more. If you're able to start a recurring gift, or even like a one-time donation, or even just to increase the monthly contribution a little bit, even a small amount, it goes directly to keeping our momentum strong without dipping into the future. So here's another headline, is thank you to the community. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for showing up and for being in the room. Many contribute their time, talent, and treasure, and we are grateful and blessed and abundant for that. So thank you. And then the other main headline is, we are a thriving, healthy, growing, abundant, blessed community. And together, we're making sure that we stay that way for 2035 and beyond. So with that, thank you for your time. I'm going to turn it over to Don to lead us in our giving. Thank you.
I think they're playing with me. I can smell those cookies, by the way. Anyway, I'm hungry. Again, thank you, Reverend Darrell. You don't have to beat me over the head. Okay, I get it. I live with doubt. And sometimes it does transfer for me into worrying, which I try to prevent. I'm still working on it, so it's still a practice for me. But it is a good reminder that doubt is a part of it, and just to be okay with that. And I'm there with you. Anybody else is going through it, we can go through it together. And I think that really does help. So we are going to move into our time of giving. As Jonathan says, we are, a community that give. We're supported by our community, and we want to keep these services and these programs going. So we are going to go into our giving affirmation. Please read it along with me as soon as it comes up on the board. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. Thank you again.
Surrender, let it go. Surrender, let it all go.
Thank you. I'm Reverend Linda. I use she, her pronouns, and thank you so much for your gifts. It means so much to us. Your financial support is what makes this community possible. If you are joining us for the first time, welcome. We're so glad you're here. And if you are new in the room or online, you're invited to fill out the new visitor form and you'll receive your first workshop at no cost. And that form also signs you up to receive the newsletter. If you're not new and you're not getting the newsletter, please fill out the form. You'll also find the details and registration for all of our events on our website at cityside.me. So today is the third Sunday of the month. Bring a friend, get free brunch gets a little special announcement today. We've been doing it for a month now. It's the third Sunday of the month in April, May, and June. So it goes through June, and it is in regard to our vision for 2035 to have more people in the room and to ultimately need a bigger space. So we have this bring a friend, get free brunch. If you are here for that, please see me after service in the little library over there. You can fill out that new visitor form. You will receive a gift card for O'Shaughnessy's for brunch. And there's a bonus challenge. If whoever brings the most guests during those 3 months gets a $200 Visa gift card. It's very exciting. I'm trying to recruit my whole family to come. So just a special note, this month, A Course in Miracles moved from third Sunday. It's going to be next Sunday. This Tuesday, Reverend Amy's class, Ancient Wisdom and Science of Mind. It is the second week it started, but you're still able to join. This is the last chance to join. And then on Thursday, we're doing a compassionate communication workshop at City Lit Books in Logan Square. This is all on the website. And take a last look at John Wilson's art on the wall. We will be putting up Dmitry Samarov's work this week. And I hope you'll join us on the final Friday of the month for the art opening and for a collage workshop. And if you are interested in serving on a team, let me know or reach out to support@cityside.me. So practitioner Paul McHugh will be offering prayer in the back of the room over here today. Just line up and he will let you know when it's your turn. Donna Pitts is offering prayer online. She'll put a link in the chat for you. And so anybody who wants prayer, you're covered either in the room or online. And please join us next week, May 24th. And I will be continuing our May theme of Divine Doubt, featuring the book Falling Upward. And we do have a couple of these left. If anyone wants one, please see me after service. Until then, stay safe and have a beautiful week.
All right, we're going to stand and sing it out. This is Don't Stop. If you wake up and don't want to smile, if it takes just a little while, open your eyes and look at the day. You'll see things in a different way. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop. It'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. Here we go. Why not think about times to come and not about the things that you've done? If your life was bad to you, just think what tomorrow will do. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop. It'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. Ooh, don't you look back. Ooh, don't you look back. Let me hear ya. Ooh, don't you look back. One more ooh. Ooh, don't you look back. Have a beautiful week, Cityside.